Hello everyone. How are we doing? Welcome to the stream. On time, Zephas, congrats on first. How you doing? I was definitely not going to say late if the stream didn't start exactly. Oh yeah, you know it. But I managed to get here in time to start the stream. And I just took a little longer to get here because I was making my hot drink to get ready for the stream, to get narrating. I may be AFK for a bit, but I'll let you know when I'm back. No problem. Hi, Forlorn. How are you doing? It's fine. Hello. Hell yeah. Hello. How are you? How? Oh my god, my brain. How have you been? And how's the week been? Well, today was, well, not exactly today. Like, the whole week so far has been tiring. Like, not exactly stressful, just a lot of things going on and a lot of things to catch up on and blah 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 blah, and it's been tiring. And I'm still having classes. At least next week is the last week of classes, thank god. I've been waiting far too long. Oh, hydrate and stretch. Okay, I'm gonna stretch first because I just went to get my hot drink. So let's stretch. One arm up, 2 arms up, goes down. All right, thank you. I needed that. Sometimes you really just forget how to do things. And stretching is so nice for you, but sometimes it slips our minds, doesn't it? Now, let me see if my drink is good enough to drink. It's hot enough. Like, it's not too hot, it's not mild yet. It's perfect. And before I start the game, now then, do you have any plan going to this playthrough? I'm going to try to do things differently than what I did on the first one, if I remember to do so. But I think just by picking different traits, that'll help us, like, guide into different outcomes. So I don't have a plan yet, but I think we'll get there. Because I need to look at the traits again, but I saw your comment on Discord, and speaking with animals is definitely one that I'd like, but I'm still not sure about the second one. Any romance interests? I started a romance with Kanika and the other girl on the other playthrough, and I really wanted to romance Wayne, but I don't know when you have to do that. I don't remember who you picked last time. We managed to go for Kanika because I haven't started any romantic interests at the time, I think, and I really wanted to romance Wayne because he's a little freak. But again, I don't know how to do that. Like, what steps do I need to take to do that? The Romance of Wayne, you can start in episode 4, I think. Okay, interesting. That is good to know. But what other romantic interests is there? You told me was Kanika, was Stella, Wayne, Avery, Oscar. Oscar is a good one too. But I've been wanting Wayne since the start, and I haven't been able to do that. So I think we're gonna go for that now. And I think without further ado, I'm going to open the game so we can get it started. Scarlet Hollow. Dimbus and Flimbus. I guess we'll get to know their actual names. But to me, they're Dimbus and Flimbus at heart. Oscar, Stella, Avery, Reese, Dr. Kelly. Dr. Kelly's a cool one too. We like Dr. Kelly. She's been helping us a lot. Okay, so we have everything saved up. Just making sure. Episode 5. And I'm gonna put an empty slot in the middle of the different saves, I think. So let's start a new one. My name will be Trona, like as always. And the city will be... What will the city be? Could also just use a different slot. Oh no, I'm using different slots, but so I don't like lose track of where I am. I'm just going to leave an empty slot in the middle. That's all I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go for I want something mysterious. Something with hollow, but I don't want Sleepy Hollow. That one's used and overused. How about I do Baralo? Firelord. I think this works. Let's do that. Bluish Hollow, that could be it too. But that works. She, her, thank you. Okay, and I want talk to animals, and then this powerful build, tough as nails as a pinnacle of fitness and imposing presence that commands the room, a mean right look, mystical, strange and unusual, you see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. So we use street smart and book smart. Oh, but now there's keen eye. Right, this one's new, isn't it? Because I used street smart and book smart for my other two. And there's hot. Mystical is fun. It sounds fun. I'm very inclined to do that. Keen eye existed before? And then I didn't remember it. But I think I'm gonna do talk to animals and mystical. I think that'll open up different paths. Very interesting paths. So let's do that. All right, are we ready? You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only managed to start drifting off, and now here we are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is. Confusing, this was with the many others that came before it, but as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in city depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Perlane Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. But it was also more than just the social pressure and the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something has been tugging you back to this place your entire life. There was no choice to be made, because we were always going to find your way here. So when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. And now, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. Now I may have made a horrible choice of watching two people play Scarlet Hollow at the same time. Oh my god, I'm praying for you. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh my god, I forgot about this. Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was being friendly, but that was several hours ago of one-sided Oh my god, but that was several hours of one-sided conversations ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. It was synced. Oh my god. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. I'm gonna say hell yeah, so chaos, my dude. Hey, I know you get me. You and me were kindred spirits. I can feel it. So this girl comes up to us, swinging a purse, yelling how about she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot. So I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked, so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of become my girlfriend after that. We've been on and off about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like for real. And geez, you ever get so mad you just want to like kill somebody? Smile and pretend he didn't just say that. I knew you get me. We understand each other. Somebody trying to break your heart, that changes a person. Makes them want to do things they never thought they want to do. I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyway, just giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get him to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm like into that stuff. I might just wind up in a bus to New York or something instead. I always wanted to go there. And say, that's interesting. Please let this man get off the bus soon, you think? You're not sure where he could possibly take this conversation next, but you definitely don't want to find out. Yeah, people tell me I lead an interesting life. But I don't know, I'm just going with the flow. Maybe other folks don't do that enough. Anyways, where'd you say we're heading? Just a small town, you probably haven't heard of it. Did you know that this man is based off somebody Black Tabby Games met once? Oh, I am so sorry. That sounds dreadful. That's probably Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I don't know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though, actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are. Thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. He looks back at his phone for once, focused on something other than you. This is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They bought peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Sometimes picking up a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. Okay, so let me just see something. I remember last time I picked up the peanuts. I just want to see if there's an achievement if I don't. I don't think so. No, I don't think there's anything. So I'm gonna take them anyway. I'm gonna take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome.
And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, Frame.
Goodbye. And just like that, the stranger is gone. Maybe you can finally get some sleep.
Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line.
Almost there. I just noticed it says schedule arrives Monday 11 a.m. Departs Monday 11:01 a.m. I'm just take a sip. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. Yeah, you got 1 minute and that's it. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk, though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the door behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Oh my god, hi. Hey, Tronim. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on our Facebook page. She is your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. I'm not gonna give it the peanuts. I'm gonna say, hey, Tabitha. Come on, let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns around and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. Hold on, let me just see, because I'm interested in, well, the achievements, of course. So I'm just looking at it. Okay. I'm just trying to see because I know there was an achievement of like dead moms. No, okay. Well, carry on. Oh, thanks so much for the hydrate. Cheers. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilizations are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Yes, thank you. So I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? Your cousin turns to you with an icy glare. Maybe this would have worked to ease the tension if she were somebody else, but she isn't. She turns back to the road, her expression cold and unforgiving. So the funeral, it's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. I love the Dead Moms Club. She wasn't looking too thrilled about that. Since I'm here, do you need any help planning? I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine, just needed the coffin and somebody to dig the hole. How are you holding up? Fine. I'm gonna say, I know how you're feeling. I lost my mom too. Yeah, I know. We already mentioned it. Well, I can't believe we've never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. You can feel the same careless cruelty in Tabitha's words that your mother would use when she talked about Perlane and the old Scarlets. The wound that tore your family apart runs deep enough that it bled through the generations. I'm gonna use the mystical one. You sound like my mother right now. She hated this side of the family so much. We don't have to become our parents. There are some things in life we get to choose. And she chose to leave. Well. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. There it is. Exactly. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Somebody used to cramped apartments in grey cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. I feel them close? Okay, I still have nothing here. Ooh. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen, and hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. If you go out to the garden through the kitchen, press H and hide the UI to look around to the bottom of the screen. Bet. I'm gonna lie. Should I lie? Is there an achievement for lying? I like that. There is a lie to Tabitha about liking a room after already getting caught lying to her. Well, I guess we should do that then. There is. Hell yeah. So, it's beautiful and clean. You're lying through your teeth, but Tabitha doesn't need to know that. If you lie every single time, bet. Thank you. It is. The estate was the prized jewel of this region for a long time. It's quite a magnificent piece of architecture, even now. Let's just get the tour over with. Follow me. You put your bag down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over the holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name's Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. The cat! Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Okay. I'm gonna lie again. It's perfect. Yes. This is so nice and big. It is. I'm gonna say, alright, what's next? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. I'm approach the cat. Don't try to pet Frou-Frou. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Oh shit, she's actually French. Ne me parle pas. If you say you are allergic to peanuts, you only make a sandwich with jam. Ah. I'm gonna try it better. You ignore Tabitha's word of caution and Frou-Frou's protestations and reach out to pet her. She bites you hard. Bastard, how dare your filthy ape hands reach for me? I would sooner smear myself with sewage than to be touched by you. What did I just tell you? Come on, let's continue the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to not have fallen through the floors. Yes, bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. Yikes. This is... And someone cleans this. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. I'm gonna lie again. What a nice bathroom. The words barely leave her mouth through gritted teeth. Does every other word out of your mouth have to be a lie? I'm not an idiot, and you're not a good liar. I'm gonna lift the toilet seat. Oh my god. Oh my god, the bugs! Scrap fellas, the jig is up! Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. Well, I'm gonna use it anyway. A toilet is a toilet, sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must and rejoin your cousin now in the hall. Next up, Get's bedroom. Let's stop on the tour, follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Jenny wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. An unmistakable stain coats this room. Someone has died here. No. People have died in here. In this room? Yikes. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. I'm gonna lie again. This is a very nice room. The more you lie, the harder and harder you find it to lie again, especially after your cousin has already called you out to it. Are you serious? You're lying to me again. If you don't have anything nice to say, how about you don't say anything at all? Frankly, with how you're behaving, you don't deserve to stay here. But lucky for you, unlike anyone on your side of the family, I have good enough sense of common decency to continue to host you rather than to throw you out onto the streets. Back, hello, welcome back. Who used to sleep here? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Many people have slept here. And now you'll just sleep here, carrying out the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. I'm gonna say people have died here, haven't they? Like I said, this house is almost 150 years old. Obviously, people have died here. But I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes the tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Right. Are you sure you're okay? You seem kind of upset. I'm fine, I just need to get back to work. So I'm just gonna let Tabitha leave. You decide to let Tabitha leave for work. Are we all set then? I'll see you tonight. Your cousin leads through the front door. And now it's just you and the sprawling, decrepit estate. Well, let's go to the forbidden wing of the estate. Or... Okay, PB&J sounds great right now. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. PB&J sounds exactly like you'd need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. I'm gonna approach Frou-Frou. Hisses at you and you draw near and remains... Oh my god. As you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. Go away. Oh. Can you tell me about Tabitha? What can you tell me about my cousin? This is the first time I've met her. Check the garden or go further in before you hide the why, otherwise you miss it. Okay. Spare me your life story. Tabitha at least knows not to bother me. Whoops, well, can you tell me about my aunt? About Perlane? I never knew my aunt. She's dead. I don't waste my time on corpses. Do you like living here? I despise small talk. If you won't take the hint, I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hands. Oh my god, what the, why? Hello? Honestly, what were you expecting? I don't know. I was talking. Check the garden and go further in before you hide. Okay, so let's check out the garden then. Okay. Oh, there he is! I want to take a print screen. It's beautiful. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might have not been very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Okay, sure. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. Nothing else, I think. I don't see Wayne or Dambus or Flimbus. Pretty quiet. Let's return to the kitchen. Take another sip. Okay. Let's search the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch on a note tapped to the door reading "Janie, stay out" in all caps. Below it, a separate handwriting, are the words "Okie dokie." You open the fridge, you already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. There's so much ice cream, can't you spare some? Examine old takeout. Oh my god. Why did you do that? What were you expecting? This takeout container is disgusting beyond words, a liquefied mess wholly congealed in its styrofoam shell. You can't even tell what it used to be. This substance doesn't just smell bad, it smells ancient. Food? Eat? Okay. Why can I eat it though? Well, I did say I was going to do different things this playthrough, so why not? What is wrong with me? And what kind of horrible goblin would do this? You think to yourself as you dip your hands into the goop. It's thicker than expected, almost spongy. Oh my god, that is disgusting. You scoop up some into your wretched claw of a hand and slowly bring it towards your mouth, allowing its musk to permeate your senses before the slime fills your mouth. It tastes like rot, like the smell of decaying mulch and the burning leaves and fish heads festering on the beach. It feels even worse, like your mouth is full of slugs. You can almost feel it breathing in there, though perhaps that's just your own tongue convulsing in disgust at what you've done. Well, what's done is done, right? If I'm a big girl, I'm gonna swallow it, right? Oh my god, this is disgusting. You know what to do. Yeah, I guess so. You swallow the slime. You've done it, and there's no going back now. It slid down your throat like a mass of wriggling worms. Your gag reflex tries to reject it one final time before it passes into your stomach, but your will is stronger. A layer of waxy residue now coats the inside of your mouth and throat, and your teeth squeak with a slippery film, making it impossible to forget what you've done. Too many good. Did something break in that tiny brain of yours? You have a feeling that the consequences for this action will be severe. A problem for the future you to worry about. Check the mayonnaise. You know, you probably shouldn't, but a part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. You pick up the jar. It's labeled flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. Best to put it back and forget you ever saw it. What if I don't want to grab a PB&J? What's in the pantry? Search the pantry. Oh my god. Okay. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. I guess so. Examine the mac and cheese. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. Examine the mac and cheese. Oh my god, that is... Oh no. Is this what I have to do? Zethas, is this what you want me to do? I have a feeling. Let me take a sip while you gather yourself. I love how big of an asshole you can be in this, because this is really bad. This is nasty. You don't have to do it if you want. I'm not gonna cook it, she'll kill me. But empty the box, stuffed with a dead mouse. Yikes. You aren't sure what forces of chaos compelled you to do this, but it's done. You close the box and tuck it far away behind the others. You might get an achievement, that's why I'm doing it, but I didn't. So I'm just doing this for the love of the game, I guess. Is there an achievement if I don't do the peanut butter sandwich? What else is there? The cabinets. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware, and oddly enough, the utensils. Examine the mug. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock and Sea, so your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. Examine the shot glass. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Perlane, so this wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you'd heard from your mom, Perlane wasn't the time to have kitschy friends who gave them out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Grab a bowl. You reach for the bowl, but as you pull it, a blend of vinegar and dead moths splashes onto you, immediately staining your shirt. On the back of the bowl is a note that reads, Moth trap, do not touch. Whoops. Oh no. Ha, idiot. Your shirt is now unpleasantly wet. You'll probably change into something clean before you leave the house. Sure, that's... I don't know. All you need now is some actual food. What if I just... She told me to not touch her mac and cheese, didn't she? But what if I make it? I can't. It doesn't like me anymore. Whoops. Oh, I was about to do that. I was about to do that. You can eat our ice cream? Oh, she's gonna kill me. But, okay. Grab ice cream. Tabitha explicitly told me not to do this. You think to yourself as you reach for a pint of banana chocolate chunk. I'm gonna eat it. She'll be really mad if she finds out. Your conscience warns you as you take a scoop right straight to the pint and shove it into your mouth. Oh, Tabitha will love this. Before you know it, half the container is empty. I'm gonna eat the rest and bury the container in the bottom of the trash. No one can know. There's only one way to fix this. Though you're already a little full, you dive back into the ice cream until the entire pint is empty. You then squash the container into a ball, trying to make it as unrecognizable as possible before jamming it as far down into the trash bin as you can. Out of sight, out of mind. You return to the fridge, your guilt already subsiding. I think that's all I'm going to do. You're done here. Congratulations. You've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? I want to settle into my room. Now that you've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey have started to sink deep into your bones. You stumble up to the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. Ooh. You stand at the entrance to your room. Check the closet. Oh my god. Get the fuck out of here. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Let's pick up the doll. Oh my god. It's the doll we saw last episode. Oh, little bod's gone. Of course you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you. You close, yeah. Put your spare clothes in the dresser. There it is! You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It is quiet, but hungry. Afraid. Aw. Hi, friend. I know her. Afraid. I'm gonna offer him my boiled peanuts. You hold out your still dripping bag of boiled peanuts. Afraid. Death comes for Dustin. Oh my god, Dustin. You close the drawer. You might as well leave Dustin be. Load back. Oh, I didn't save at all. Should I save now? You have autosave. Auto? Oh! I guess you're right. Okay, then what should I do? Talk me through it. This drink is real good. Just go in. Say, hi friend, okay. And ask his name. Can I say, hi friend? And then what is your name, right? Okay. He's still afraid. Then don't be rude. Okay. What is your name, little guy? Destin. So do I just... Oh, I can make him a nest. So can I just say, what are you doing in my drawers? I don't want to... Then don't be rude. Okay. There's fashion your clothes into a nest. Do I click that right now? Or do I need to be friendly? Or will he hate me? You can ask more if you want. Okay. What are you doing in my drawers? Warm. Dark. Okay, I'm gonna fashion your clothes into a nest. You poor thing, you look cold in there. Oh my god, that's so cute. You gently lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them in a little nest. Dustin closes his mouth somewhat more at ease than before and looks up at you with his shiny black eyes. Human is kind to Dustin. Dustin will remember this. You can actually do that without talking to animals? Oh, can't believe I didn't do that before. You close the drawer satisfied with yourself for a job well done. Let's look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned the place, you'd totally get out of there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. Okay, nothing strange. You'd go out there and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you need to do to return it to a former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course you'd have a little goldfish in it, and drink a full tea while enjoying the birds sing. Yeah, you definitely do that, just not right now. Examine the painting on the wall. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you barely heard anything about your aunt or cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this, Mary Belle Scarlet, the next time you see her. That is, if she is actually in the mood for conversation. I don't want to take a nap. I want to do things. That's enough. It doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. Let's investigate the forbidden wing of the estate. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going to the forbidden wing of the estate. You immediately try the nearest door, only to be impeded by locks and chains. Oh. Well, let's do this PB&J. Heck it. Okay, let's get the jelly. This was either purchased here specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is some bread and peanut butter. Okay. Well, you know, oh, I was just here. Well, the pantry has the bread. One of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great, one step closer to a satisfying snack. Some peanut butter. Only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. Yum! Time to get to work. You close the pantry door as best as you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Let's make that PB&J. Even though you've already eaten God knows what from the fridge, your ravenous form quickly sets into work making a PB&J. A job well done. All of that hassle and took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. Well, I guess I'm done here. I think I did everything. Let me just make sure. Yeah, okay. I did it. I did it all. I guess let's go into town. Might as well head into town. There's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. Before leaving the house, you rinse off and change into a clean shirt. You're not about to meet new people coated in vinegar and death moths. Oh, hell yeah. If you'd have known you'd end up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe your mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Oh my god, why? Why is it that sound? It's really pretty out there, but your serenity is quickly overcome by a sudden urge to puke. The slime wants out. No. Is this a problem for future me? Force it down? Okay. You're not going to let the slime get the best of you. Think to yourself as you muster up every last ounce of willpower and force it back into your guts. You're safe for now, but there's no telling how long it'll last. Finally, you made it back to town. The hauler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has a feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up with their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh my god! Hi! Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Oh, it's Gretchen. Why do I even declare? Who is this stranger and why does she smell of peanut butter? Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Uh-oh. The excitement of meeting this new stranger causes your stomach to churn. Once more, the slime is making its escape. I'm gonna force it back down again, I guess. You can puke on Stella. Oh, you can't puke on Stella. Then I'm not. I'm forcing it back down. I can do this all day, you think to yourself, as you struggle once more to force the slime back into your stomach. You succeed, but don't think you'll manage to pull this off again. I thought you would puke. Nuh-uh, not yet. I don't know when this is gonna happen, but I guess not yet. Hey, are you okay? You don't look so great. I'm gonna say I'm okay, just a bit of a stomach ache. Yeah, sorry, I just ate something earlier that didn't agree with me. We've all been there. I hope you feel better soon. I can look away. Anyways, I'm Stella. Nice to meet you. Not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? I'm gonna introduce myself. Hi, I'm Tronum. You must be Tavi's cousin, right? Upon mentioning your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath. One of these days I'll get that Tabitha to pet me. That's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. Whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna say that. I feel like whoever I met today isn't the real Tabitha, and just a mask she wears. I hope that's a metaphorical mask you're talking about. To tell you the truth, she's always been a little rough around the edges, but most people don't really catch on that. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think to herself. Are you two friends? I was probably closer than most people have gotten to being able to call her friend. The school here is really small, so everyone had to at least get along with everyone else. She was a grade ahead of me, but everyone knew her, especially since she's a Scarlet. We wound up bonding a bit when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated and that was that. I haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying in that spooky old mansion, you must have met the Frou-Frou. How does that monster fare? I'm gonna say, yeah, I've met Frou-Frou. She might think she's much better than me, but I will get her to let me pet her, even if it's the last thing I do. Wait, what? Are you messing with me? You can actually talk to my dog, right? I'm gonna say, alas, you have discovered my dark and terrible secret. Will you hide it or not that you can speak with animals? Will she believe me if I say this? Like, if someone told me that, I don't think I'd believe them. But sure, I'll tell her. You might have to do it enough. Then I guess I will. We like Stella. We trust her, right? I was open with it when I played it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alas, you have discovered my dark and terrible secret. I can talk to animals, and animals can talk to me. Your dog sounds like a southern belle when she talks. Yeah, of course you're joking. You and Stella maintain a silent, awkward eye contact. Well, next time you see that devil, please send my regards. And do let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but that I very much still plan to outlive her. Oh, if you just go to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. I'm a shitter, why not? Awesome, let's go. The pleasant aroma of a greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Oh my god, with all eyes on you, your stomach starts to churn again. The slime refuses to be contained. You've held it back too long, and it yearns to be free with a force more powerful than your comprehension. Oh no. Oh no. As it barrels through your esophagus, you spot a small trash can. You aim for it as best as you can before the slime erupts from your mouth. Oh my god. Some of it made it into the bin, but much of your vomit and bile still splattered across the entryway of the diner. All while every pair of eyes in the place was on you. Oh no, a slime draws near. Oh my god, it's all slimy. It's all slimy. I puked in front of the whole town. Oh my god, that kid is horrified. As someone rushes out of the kitchen with a mop and a bucket, Stella hurries you to a booth. Hey everyone, this is Tabitha's cousin. She's here for the funeral, and I guess she's not feeling very well. You feel frozen in place as you come to your senses. Is there anyone in this entire town who hasn't seen the contents of your stomach? This is humiliating. You need to do something about it, and you need to do something fast. Shit. I'm gonna say, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and I'm gonna leave. Before anyone can say a word, you've already left. Whoops. If you had powerful build, you would have been totally fine. That's crazy. Just digesting the goop. Yikes. Let's go to the general store. Kanika, oh my god, girl. Are you doing okay these days? You wander into the quaint little general store. The country ambience clashes terribly with the goth woman behind the counter who has been eyeing you with something between curiosity and dawning horror. Oh my god. She was clearly trying to say it quietly, but of course you heard her. You're the only two people here. There is also something about her that you recognize, a closeness of spirit that makes her feel familiar to you despite the obvious fact that you've never met. Hey. She's so pretty. Hi, are you looking for something in particular? I'm gonna say, sorry, but do I know you? You feel so weirdly familiar. I'd be surprised if you did. I'm Kanika. And you must be Trona. Nobody thought you were actually gonna show up. It's like Bigfoot just walked in. What do you think of Scarlet Hollow? Do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to sound like a tour guide? If you want me to go tour guide mode, it has nice trees in autumn, though so does the rest of western North Carolina. If you want my honest opinion, I think this town is rotting from the inside, and it's only a matter of time until it finally breathes its last. But again, nice trees in autumn. I want to say everyone in this town is so friendly. I just met this Stella girl on the street and she offered me to buy a biscuit. Oh, you've already met Stella? Great, she's a much better welcoming committee than I am. You probably should have taken her on that biscuit though. The diner makes them like you wouldn't believe. Those things spoil on biscuits forever. Anything outside of Holler just doesn't measure up. So how do you get away with fashion like that in a rural southern town? What, like they're gonna try me for witchcraft? Sure, I get weird looks sometimes, and there are definitely some ladies in town who have made it their job to save my soul, but there are way too many hippies in the hills for most of people to be concerned about what I'm wearing. And my mom is Queen Hippie, so I'm probably the least witchy person I know. Everyone my mom talks to might as well be wearing a pointy hat and carrying a broom. So you know Stella? Oh yeah, I know Stella. We're the same age, which is a pretty big deal when you live in a town this size. We went to school together from K through 12. Yuck, I wonder why that is. Tabitha was here too, a year ahead of us. Not that a year gives you any distance in school that small. Anyway, Stella is probably the coolest person in town. She's a YouTuber, and she's getting pretty big too. You might have seen some of her videos if you're into that creepy stuff. Mostly running around the woods looking for fake animals, which she doesn't find, but it's got a great footage appeal to it. Even though I don't believe in that stuff, every episode she gets me wondering if this is the one where she finds something weird out there. I should probably buy something while I'm here. Oh, sure. Ooh. Let's get some. I love chips. You grab a nearby bag of chips, some brand you've never seen in your life, and approach the counter. That'll be $1, Tronum. I should pay before I forget. Probably important. Hand Kanika a crumpled dollar bill, as in custom the chips are now yours. Here's a sad thing, Kanika romance with Mystical is pretty interesting in episode 5. Ooh. Thanks for the chips, see you around. You don't have to thank me, it's my job. Good luck out there. You find... Oh, I got an achievement. You find yourself on Scarlet Hollow, desolate Main Street once again. Go to the town hall at the end of Main Street. There's Oscar and the kids. What you find inside... Oh, there's another cat. What you find inside the elegant building is not a town hall, as suggested by the letters carved in stone out front. Instead, you find something that looks more like a library. In fact, it is a library. The air is thick with the smell of old paper and fresh coffee. A man busies himself sorting books on a mobile shelf, and a cat lounges on a book cart. You also get something else instead of retcon as you got before. I think you've got before. What do you mean? What are the words that you say? There's a group of teens gathered on the stairs, not sitting in chairs despite the prevalence of empty seats as is their custom. They glance up at you with a slight annoyance, as is also their custom. Oh, hi there, I'm Oscar. If you need any help, just let me know. It's Pixel. And I'm Pixel. I'm the cat. You'd better pet me. Let's go talk to Oscar. Oh, achievement-wise. Oscar, clearly the librarian here, smiles at you from behind the shelf of books. But as his eyes focus on your face, the smile fades, replaced with a look of dawning recognition. Wait a minute, you must be... Never mind, sorry. Who's that, Dad? Do you know her? No, Rosalina, don't worry about it. Oh my god, I heard somebody at school talking about lost long Scarlet Hair was coming back to town this week, for the funeral. That must be her. But Becca, Miss Tabitha is their heir, right? Shut up, Alexis, I know what I heard. I think Alexis is right. I think Tabitha already owns the mines. You're 13, Rosalina. Stop acting like you know things. Girls, please be nice to each other. Yes, this is Tabitha's cousin, and no, she isn't the true heir to the Scarlet Fortune or anything like that. She's just here to pay respects to Miss Perlane. So much for not making you feel like we know everything about you. I have to imagine that's a bit uncomfortable, but welcome to Scarlet Hollow, Tronum. I'm gonna pet Cat. You pet Pixel. He purrs loudly in response, leaning fully into your knuckles as you scratch underneath his chin. That's exactly right. A little to the left. Yes, good job. You're killing it. He gets too excited for a second and gives you an affectionate little bite, still purring a mile a minute. Oh, sorry. Got a little lost in the sauce there. I definitely won't do it again. Keep petting me and see. I definitely won't. You pull your hand away slowly before you can decide you're a fun toy that he wants to try and disembowel. Becca, you should know that your very existence is inspired through the entire world. Oh my god, Zethos. Do you know my cousin? Well, everybody in town like this kind of knows each other, but I wouldn't say we're friends or even acquaintances. I know of her, and presumably she knows of me. I hope she's doing alright. I know how hard it is to grapple with the loss of a parent, especially so young. It's disappointingly common up in these parts. People who don't tend to go to the doctor until it's too late, and most of them live hard lives on top of that. it seems even Perlane wasn't safe from the ravages of mountain life. Oh my god, that is way too much information. He's right though. Didn't your uncle die last year, Alexis? Yeah, he was pretty young and he got cancer. Ew, can everyone stop oversharing? I don't remember asking for a great chorus to chime in on my conversation, girls. Then don't talk so loud. Address the cat. Oh my god, I can talk to it. My cousin has a cat too. Do you know Frou Frou, Pixel? There's another cat? Let me at him. I'm the only cat around these parts. It's Pixel's town. How'd you know our cat's name? Oh, right. It must be on his collar. He doesn't have a collar, Dad. Oh, right. You must have heard about him from somebody else in town. Pixel is pretty well known around here, being the library cat and all. Yeah, exactly. Why is your cat American and Tabitha's cat is French? What? Pixel belongs to no country. Oh, right. I think Janie told me Tabitha's name cat is Frou Frou. You're having a little laugh, I see. Having a kid has really aged me. I don't get young people's humor anymore. What do you think of this, guys, Pixel? What's not to like? I'm living like a king over here. Okay. You think better of it and turn your attention back to the humans. Shouldn't those kids be in school? It's fall break. What they said. And I'm happy to have them here. I like knowing what Rosalina gets up to. What are you girls doing again? We're taking a what dragon species are you quiz. Yeah, and we have to focus, so please don't keep distracting us by asking what we're doing. Okay, for this next one, choose smell. I like smoky, but I don't know. That seems like it'll just get us a normal fire-breathing dragon. Yeah, and if we want the Japanese air dragon, we'll need to be more strategic. What does air smell like? Aren't we supposed to answer like the one we like best? Not if we want to get the best dragon. I'm gonna say ocean spray because spray is in the air. Okay. I met the Stella girl on the street. Do you know her? Stella, of course. She comes in here all the time to work on her little videos. She always does the reading adventures too, which she really doesn't have to do. It's pretty kid-orientated, but I think it's her way of being supported. That's that YouTuber, right? Yeah, I've seen some of her videos. They get views. It's kind of neat. Definitely. She did this one on like a river monster down the Catawba River, and she got some real footage. She totally found something. I got on the news. Oh, I remember that. It was totally a dog. Who cares? This quiz is way more interesting than any of those lame videos. What gem do you think Japanese air dragon would like? I like emeralds the best. Get your hand in the game. We're not playing to see what the lamest dragon is. We're playing to win. I'm picking Lapis Lazuli. Yeah, it has the prettiest names, and Japanese air dragons are the prettiest. I'd like to talk to whoever's in charge around here, the mayor or whoever. I don't think talking to Mayor Jimmy would be very enlightening, but I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have about the town. But if you're looking for an authority figure, honestly, your cousin is probably the one you'll talk to. We got Seaworm, you. We were clearly too distracted by all that talking over there. I thought the libraries were supposed to be quiet places of study. Come on, let's go to your place, Alexis. I feel like a 5-year-old when I hang out in the library anyway. Yeah, and we can watch a movie in your basement. Do you think your parents would mind? I can ask. They never mind. Come on, let's go. The teen started towards the door with Becca in the lead. Wait, Rosalina, when should I expect you back? We're doing a sleepover, right? I'll have to see my mom. I was going to make pot pies for dinner. That's okay. We can order a pizza. Their conversation fades as they walk out the door. Keep me posted. The big man had better stop that girl. I wouldn't sleep on her pillow tonight. It'd be fun if she's not there to steal it from. I'm gonna say teens, am I right? You say knowing deeply, despite your lack of children. I'm sure I'll miss this when she's all off at college. That's what I keep telling myself, at least. Anyway, I better go shelf these books before it gets too late, but feel free to stop by any time. I'm always around. Everybody leave Pixel. What's supposed to pet Pixel now? Big man only pays attention to paper. Poor Pixel. You make your way back to the main street. It looks like the sun's finally starting to set. Maybe you'll see if a sleepy southern town like Scarlet Hollow has a vibrant nightlife another day, but for now you feel ready to head back to the estate. Right, let's go back. You return to the dirt road, beginning the trek back up toward the estate. Yes, I know, thank you. As the sun sinks deeper into the horizon, the sky is flooded with orange and pink hues. The shadows around you are darkening and stretching over the path. The mountains seem to make night come quickly here, their rounded hills blotting out the dying sun prematurely, casting the valley of Scarlet Hollow in the autumn twilight. You've had a long day. Between traveling and meeting all these strangers, the dusty bed that waits for you back at the estate is starting to sound very appealing. Uh-oh. It's Wayne, isn't it? There's a sound on the path behind you. You turn back to the road but find nothing. You still seem to be alone. I'm going to continue. You continue on your way, turning around and taking a few steps forward. There is another sound, a shuffle of leaves. Oh my god, no, that's not Wayne. You whirl around to see a creature in the middle of the road, paused in mid-step, one paw still held in midair. It's staring at you with a wild and unkempt look in its eyes. It's a mountain lion, and there is something horribly wrong with it. But this creature strikes you as more than merely ill. Looking into its eyes gives you the distinct impression that it isn't all there, almost as if something is replacing it. It becomes you, it becomes you, it becomes you. Oh my god. It takes yet another step toward you, drool leaking from its slack mouth. A blood that runs and runs becomes itself, become nothing. A garden cannot tend to empty soil. Would it just start recording? Okay. Well, cool, a mountain lion. I'm gonna start filming. Uh-oh. As you pull out your phone and hit record, the mountain lion dashes forward with a surprising speed, ears back and claws glinting. There's a heavy thump as it connects. You find yourself tumbling forward, pitching over to the side of the road and rolling downhill. It's disorientating. You find it to be almost impossible to stop yourself, the incline to steep, every attempt ending in more scratches and bumps from the rough terrain of the mountainside. Oh my god, where am I? You finally land with a breath-stealing thump in a small copse of trees, battered and bruised, bleeding from the thorny shrubbery, but not dead. Your eyes are closed. You need to open them. It doesn't bother trying to hide now, leaping down into the clearing with killing intent in its wide yellow eyes, ready to finish what it started, and then... Oh my god. The evening air is pierced with the sound of a gunshot. The mountain lion is gone in a flash, leaving a thin trail of blood behind as it disappears into the dark woods beyond the path. As you gain your bearings, you realize that your chips are gone. You must have lost them in your fall. No! Oh my god. Let me just take my supplement really quick. Where did I put my supplement? Oh, here it is. I'm hoping you're still saving Gretchen. That was out of the question. I'm not letting no pet die. Of course I'm saving Gretchen. Oh, my mama. Damn, nearly had the thing. And I nearly had you too. Who the hell are you and what you're doing out here? Looking to get shot? But you could save and see what happens if you don't. I guess we could do that. Who the fuck am I gonna give my peanuts to? I still have my peanuts. I'm gonna say, was that a mountain lion? Damn straight it was, and I nearly had it before you ruined the shot. Wait a tick, you seem awfully familiar. He looks up and down with his good eye. Do you want to know who you can give them to? Yes, I want to get rid of them. Ain't you that Scarlet kid everyone's been saying wasn't gonna show? Well, I apologize for my brusqueness, and I'm sorry for you and Miss Tabitha's loss. Mayor Jamie? Okay, I'm gonna give it to Mayor Jamie, thank you. You can call me Duke, and no need to thank me for saving your life. Duke seems to think for a moment, glancing up at the darkening sky. You better not keep walking around on your own out here. Not with that thing on your pearl. I think anything might happen to you without me around to save your skin. Tell you that. Tag along with me while I finish what we started, and I'll be sure to get you home safe. I wager Miss Tabitha would appreciate somebody looking out for you. There was something wrong with that mountain lion. It's probably got the cancer, had all them lumps. Doesn't mean it's any less dangerous. If I had to guess, I'd say it's more deadly than ever now that it sees death coming for it. As you well know, when's the last time you've heard of a mountain lion attacking anybody, especially on this side of the continent? You're one of the lucky few, so don't ruin it by going off and dying alone in the woods after God did you a favor. Well, I guess we better stick. I appreciate you looking out for me too. Thanks. Oh, don't mention it. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing I'd let somebody go off on their own in the dark and something like that prowling around after them. Stick with me and we'll make sure it doesn't get the chance to take a chunk of either anybody. I don't like the thought of a man-eater like that around my town. You and Duke make your way into the dark woods, following the trail of blood in the mountain lion left behind. Before long, the sun is completely set, and the two of you find yourselves in near total darkness. Though Duke has a flashlight, he uses it sparingly, letting you both adjust to the starlight instead. Every sound feels deafening as the two of you pick your way through the underbrush. Every snapping twig could be deadly paws of the thing that hunted you. Every rustling leaf, the herald of a vicious attack. Though, you know deep down it's probably nothing but squirrels and shrews. Until you hear the unmistakable sound of something large shifting among the fallen leaves. Gotcha! The old man quietly steps forward, gun held at the ready. Oh, it's Stella! What the hell? Duke, you scared me. What are you doing out here so late? Stella, I'd ask you the same, but I'm sure I know what has you slinking around after dark. Do you know how close I just came to putting a hole in you? But you didn't. No harm, no foul. Hey, Tronum, I hope you're feeling a little better. Weird to see you out here so late. Does Tabitha know you're with Duke? And you stink of mountain lion. Oh, what a smell. And there's something else mixed in there. Something fake. It could drive a dog to madness. It makes me want to bite in terror. She thrusts in Stella's arms, but Stella holds her close, stilling her frenzied attack. Oh, calm down, girl. You know, Tronum. Oh my god, I do apologize. How unladylike of me. I simply can't stand the smell of those things. I swear it gets so hard to hold on to her when she gets like this. Sometimes it feels like she's only geriatric only when she wants to be. Aw, it's alright, little lady. You're safe so long as you got your mama looking after you. Unlike you, Stella,
If you decide to keep on doing whatever it is you're doing out here, I think you'll find these woods aren't agreeable tonight. Turnham here had a run and we wouldn't believe. So just go on home and save all this for some other night. Wait, a run-in? What kind of run-in? Was it supernatural? Like I said, you won't believe it. Now put that dang camera away. I'm gonna get, oh my god. My throat is so crunchy from doing Gretchen's voice, Jesus. I'm gonna say there was some kind of creature. It was like a cat but big and covered in these lumps. Oh my god, that does sound scary. What kind of sounds did it make? You could have been dealing with a wampus cat. Tone it down if it gets in the way. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, I'm hydrating again. Thanks. Don't encourage her. It wasn't no supernatural creature. It was just sick. You don't need to go looking for her. You hear? We'll have it taken care of soon enough. Then you can make any videos about it you want. I'll be fine, Duke. I do this sort of thing all the time. If there's an honest to God wampus cat out there, I need footage if anyone's gonna believe me. Corpses are way too easy to fake. If you won't go on like that, they'll find that footage next to a pile of your bones in some long-dead creature's den 20 years from now. That would be so cool. It's better for your voice rather than a voice being perfect. I get it. I appreciate it. Maybe I'll change it. I'll change her voice to be more, I don't know. No, it would not. Your mom and daddy are spinning their graves hearing talk like that. If they ain't around to stop you, then I'll take on their responsibility. Go on, don't then choose her way. Fine, I'll go. Despite Stella's apparent willingness to back down, an existential dread begins to settle into her spine. Something fated has been locked in stone. Somebody here is going to die tonight. Well, I guess I will say it. We all need to get out of the woods right now. If we don't, someone here is going to die tonight. Why even try to warn them? Fate is fate. There is no resisting it. You know this. Oh, you just shook her from earlier. No one's gonna die, except Mount Lion, of course, and Miss Richmond here if she doesn't keep to her word. No, I'm totally going home, like I said. Thanks, dude. Duke. Later, Turnham. Let me know if you see anything cool. I'm gonna give her a posh. Oh, I suppose it's time to go. So long, darlings, and have good luck with that wretched pest. And with that, she's off. It's just you and Duke in the dark woods once again. Damn, we've been stopped too long. Now the old hip's starting to voice complaints. I love Stella's theme. The soundtrack of this game is just so beautiful. There's an overlook just up this way. Let's see the spell. I brought a few victuals along for peckish. A few what? There's some eyes right there. Who is that? Is that Wayne? You find your way along the narrow path and emerge on a rocky outcropping overlooking the dark forest. The sky above is smeared with stars, more than you have ever seen before. Duke interrupts the serenity of the scene with his old man grunts, folding his squeaky joints, and he settles on a nearby log. He starts rustling through a small pack you hadn't noticed he was carrying, pulling out some beef jerky and a couple of beers. At least it's a nice night, even if the circumstances leave something to be desired. Help yourself to a jerky. And as for the beer, I was planning on having both cans myself. I usually listen to Slay the Princess soundtrack to sleep too. Like, Black Tabby games is so good. But I suppose I can convince to spare one. Oh, about what you said earlier. Why did everyone think I wasn't gonna come to the funeral? That'd be Miss Perline's doing. She was never very kind when talking about your side of the family. Bless her heart and God rest her soul, of course, but she told everybody your side of the family had sworn off Scarlet Hollow and everyone who lived here, so nobody around these parts thought we'd be seeing much of you. I think I'm gonna take a beer. You take one of Duke's cold ones. It's more like a somewhat cool one after so many hours outside, but you crack it open nonetheless, offer him a gesture of cheers and take a sip. It's cheap beer, but it's refreshing. Its watery, earthy taste mingling well with the crisp mountain air, putting you somewhat more at ease. Duke seems slightly more at ease now too, seemingly happy to not be drinking alone. A crisp breeze passes over you. I'm gonna say, I'm serious about that feeling I got, Duke. Something's bad's going to go down tonight. I ain't going to put that stock in the superstition whims of a stranger. Besides, you had a run with that critter. Ain't got the sort of thing a person just should just let live. This goes beyond protecting my livestock now. I'm gonna say, I'll have some of that jerky. Damn straight you will. You take a laborious bite of the jerky, straightening your jaw as it fights back, but you manage to tear off a leathery piece. It's not especially flavorful, but it's very satisfying, like how you imagine old-timey war rations might taste. I was wondering, how'd you find me? I've been on that things trail all day. I got myself a personal vendetta. It's been after my chickens. I've seen it around my property a few times now, and the next day I always have a bird or two missing. Those birds is like family to me. I raise them from eggs. They know me by sight like I'm their daddy, so it means something to me when there's some creature set their sights on my hands. That thing shoots to the top of my list of enemies. I don't remember if I said this, but fun fact, the voice actor for the Princess and Slade Princess got the role because of her stream Scarlet Hollow. They liked the voice she made for the character so much they reached out. I didn't know. That's so cool. And I suppose it seems more commonalities between you and my chickens. I didn't expect to find a near stranger out there on the wrong end of that thing. But I'm glad I did for your sake. So, Duke, tell me about yourself. You want to know about me? I can't say I know what there is to tell. I've got a beautiful wife, Irma, who I love to hell and back, and we got our boy Bo in our little farm. And our close neighbor is that bastard Julius Tremaine, but that's neither here nor there. Tell me, what's the biggest pumpkin you've ever seen? I'm gonna say I've only seen them at the grocery store sized. Duke pulls out his wallet, flipping it open to a photograph of a very, very large pumpkin. Big, Betty, my biggest yet. Bet you didn't know pumpkins could even get this big. Me and Bo are taking her down to the fair this week, aiming to take home the blue ribbon. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna say I tried growing a tomato once. I couldn't even do that. You must be a very skilled farmer. I am indeed, and soon enough I'll have me a ribbon saying as much. Pumpkin monster, pumpkin baby. Maybe if we're lucky you'll have a glimpse of her when she's on her way back to town. She really is something you need to see with your own eyes. Pictures don't do her justice. I'm gonna say, what do you think of Tabitha? You can be honest. You say that if I would have a bad word to say about her. I think she knows the value of hard work, and I think she and her whole family have been the lifeblood of this town for longer than I've been alive, and they're the whole reason that the new jobs come out this way. That ain't just some tourist bullcrap. We have the Scarlets to thank that this place ain't just a glorified theme park for some other towns I can name. I don't want to be a local flavor character selling my produce at some cutesy farm stand. Folks up from the city who thinks they want some homegrown goods but get nervous if they see a brown spot. So I am grateful to Miss Tabitha, and I will hear no slander to her good name. Okay. I'm gonna say it's getting late. Shouldn't we get moving? Oh, you open your mouth to speak, but before you get the words out, your phone buzzes in your pocket. You're getting a phone call. It's your cousin. Pick up the phone. Tronum, where did you go? Are you dead? I almost got eaten by a mountain lion. I'm wandering around in the woods with some old guy with a shotgun. You what? No wonder you sound like you're inside of a blender. Your reception must be terrible up there. If that's Miss Taffy, you should tell her you're with old Duke. She'll know me. Clearly, I don't need to explain that being in the woods, especially at night, is a bad thing. Get the old guy to take you back to town now. And tell her how I saved her life too, so she knows you're in good hands. There's a sound nearby, a scuffling, and then... Oh my god. What in the... I'm gonna say, sorry, I really didn't mean to get into trouble. Look, as long as you don't die, I'm sure I can forgive you. The rustling grows louder. A chicken. I see it. I see it. It's sweet and kind. A bed of flowers. A nice wind. A gentle gardener. That must be my big birdie. She's still alive. The call ends abruptly. The bad reception finally given out. That she ain't no chicken. The old man takes a step toward the tree line. Oh, that was a chicken. Get your thieving little hands off her! Luke charges forward, flashlight in hand, crashing through the brush. Damn, that thing's fast. Which way to go? There's an odd sound nearby, though it isn't the sound of whatever the two of you are chasing. Luke stops mid-stride to listen, and you stop to listen as well. It's a human voice. It's Stella. Damn it, I know that voice. There appears to be some kind of growth. I've never seen anything like it. Jeez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this. Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go home? The two of you emerge into the clearing, revealing what Stella had been filming so intently. It's Birdie, her little chicken body panting desperate breath as she lies in the crumpled heap at Stella's feet. Birdie, oh no. What's happened to you, sweetheart? A new beginning. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Duke, I just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, Duke. Oh, he's crying. I'm sorry too. I know how much you love your chickens. If you will really give two shits, you'll delete that footage. Nobody needs to see her like this. Oh, there's two. The things all of these animals have been saying tonight, it's like they're going through some kind of religious experience. What the hell are you on about? What a horrid thing to witness. It's like they've all gone mad. If this happens to me, I wouldn't want to live like that. You were joking about being able to talk to Gretchen earlier. You're still joking, right? We should maybe talk more about that later. Examine the chicken? Oh no. You stoop down and to look at the chicken. Examine the head. Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Can't hide from me. I can see you. I can smell you. Sick, sick creature. Examine the wing. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of its chicken's concerns. The old becomes the new. I've never flown, but now I soar. Whatever got a hold of her, busted her wing up too, little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. And the growth. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. She could still get better. Maybe she just need that thing to pop and she'll be as rain. She'll be right as rain in a couple of days. Happened to me once, and not so much as a scar these days. I don't know. It looks like something... there's something in there. Oh, yeah, there is. It smells like it should be buried somewhere deep. My senses scream out that this is an abomination. Oh, Stella, please don't get too close.
Did you go with Stella the first time? Probably. Because I don't remember this.
Can you hear the bird that dwells within me? Can you hear the way it roars and thunders?
Having investigated your heart's content, you step back and give the bird space. Because she falls on it, that's why the wing is busted up. Oh. I don't remember. I really don't.
Do you think she's become an egg? Like one of those things going to pop out of her? What a horrid thought. No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She is some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained, maybe like some antibiotics, that's all.
Do you think we should put her down?
Jesus, Tronum. Going to sleep is sometimes a mercy. Something wrong with your head? We are absolutely not putting her down. We're getting her help.
As you, Duke, and Stella take stock at the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper. Like, I knew how the sound gets into your headphones, but jeez, wow. Save when we get choices? I guess I'll save now. Jesus Christ. But then a guttural moan, and then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery.
There's something out there. All around us. I can smell it. There are so many of them.
I think we should get out of here.
Agreed. We've had all enough excitement. Come on, Bertie. Let's get you home.
Are you guys hearing this? She starts filming again. Oh my god. As Zook scoops up the injured birdie, the voices in the trees intensify. Oh my god. It's like we're all suddenly surrounded. The strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder.
What the hell is that?
The gardeners come to mend and nurture. Let me blossom and sprout. Let me become.
Don't you step near foot closer or I'll shoot. Don't think I won't.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. The man hesitates and the thing steps forward, fixing what seems to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm.
Stella, there's another one.
You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from the bush.
Oh my god!
What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A pattern of a natural feat and then chaos. Yeah, and now Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs its shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grabs for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded.
Shit, get rub your little hands on my bird.
Okay, I guess I'll save Duke and then I'll come back and I'll save Gretchen. You rush forward, shoving the awful thing away from Duke and Birdie. Your hands collide with smooth, doughy, unstructured flesh. It feels like you just shoved a loose bag of organs. Oh my god. It barely staggers back, the shove having done little more than shift the thing's attention to you. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. Jesus. And now it lies in a heap on the ground, the small formed insides oozing out into the dead leaves.
God damn thing. Gretchen!
Uh-oh.
You both turn just in time to see Gretchen disappear into the underbrush. Her yelps grow distant as she's dragged away. Stella wastes no time in diving after her, rushing headlong into the dark woods. Damn it, Stella, come back! Come on, we can't lose her! The two of you chase after her, following Stella in her pursuit of the thing that stole her dog. Good God, there's tons of the damn things! You and Duke push to the pace with Stella's desperate footfalls, doing your best to ignore the sudden abundance of pale faces leering at you from the trees. Jesus Christ. What the hell are they? Where are they coming from? Oh my God. His question is simply answered when you burst through the trees into the clearing. Stella, too, was stopped by the sight and smell of what had been arranged here. She stands with you at its edge, overlooking the bizarre pattern of animal corpses, their rot flavoring the air. Gretchen is among them, the newest addition to the ring, lying paralyzed and whimpering under one of the creatures. Its pale, glowy form is crouched protectively over its catch. It has already started its work. Stella, I can't see you, but I smell you. Stella, my darling. You feel so worried. If only you could see what I see now. The ground's gone bad, but the gardeners are here to fix it. Gretchen? She tries to step forward, but Dukes holds her back. She's going to be just like Birdie soon. But she's all I have. Oh my God. Figures appear at the edges of the clearing. They are surrounding you. Well, we got some standing around here and doing Sandy favors. Duke, hand me your shotgun. Duke cautiously hands off the gun to Stella. She levels it at her dog. She's not going to get like that. I won't let it happen. Soon the flowers will bloom from this desolate earth. I can smell them already. If only you could smell them too, then it wouldn't be so sad. Stella, you shouldn't have to do this. Let me do it for you. Stella does not respond. Stella, don't cry. Everything is going to be okay. Because everything has always been okay. And everything will be fine because everything has always been. I'm gonna stand firm. Oh my God. She only hesitates for a moment before pulling the trigger. The shot rings out over the clearing. The creatures scatter at sudden noise, and the three of you run as well, driven by the feeling that you won't be gone long. Their voices still murmuring the trees around you. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna load. And I'm gonna get it back. Jesus Christ, I hate this. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna save Gretchen. Get the thing away from Gretchen. You drive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. I think you can just press tab to skip. Oh, thank you. Oh, Tronan, my hero! You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tongue sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there's a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Duke? Blood, blood, my heavens, I smell blood. Oh my God. What do we do? Okay, first things first, I grab Gretchen. There, step 1 is done. Gretchen is safe. Great. Okay, step 2. What's step 2? I'm gonna say, oh my god, that man saved my life today and he's gone. Oh goodness! Oh, it appears my Streamlabs isn't working. But hello everyone! Welcome to the stream, Pram Tome. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. We're playing Scarlet Hollow. Welcome. Hello, Pramby. Hello, Harrow. How are we doing? How Tome? The rarest opportunity to raid Tronum. True. It's been some time. How have you all been? I hope you've been doing well. So what we're playing today, we're playing Scarlet Hollow. I played the final episode so far, chapter 5, on Sunday, and I wanted to do another type of playthrough, so we're restarting the game with new traits. So we are doing episode 1 at the moment with some different traits that I've chosen. I don't remember if you played this game or not. Do enlighten my memory, because again, I played this game like 2 to 3 years ago. But it's been some time, and I definitely do remember asking you this. Oh, thank you so much for the resub, Tom. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hello, DMC Muffins. How are we? I have not played this one, but I watched your last playthrough. I see that. Well, I definitely recommend this. Definitely. And we just got through a big event. Like, this is crazy. But alongside with what's uploaded on YouTube at the moment, we'll upload this new playthrough. So let me just plug really quick if you'd like to see the VODs of this. You guys missed the bad part? Yeah, definitely. But if you'd like to see the VODs of what happened last, there's my YouTube channel. And I hope you enjoy the ride. I think we're reaching the end of chapter 1, but let us continue, shall we? Yeah, okay. Deep breath. We need a plan. What if we chase after those things, get as much footage as we can? It's the only thing anyone will believe about us, about what happened. We owe it to Duke. I'm gonna say, Stella, we have to get out of here. Oh, okay, let's go. Oh my god. As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. But we gotta keep moving. You say nothing, continuing forward with grim determination. We're almost there. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. Oh, hello, Fitzgello. Hello. It sounds like they've stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. This place is cursed. Don't ever return. Leave this place. I think that's what the Ditchland said. Yes, definitely. I think that too. You feel a buzz in your pocket. Oh my god, Tabitha is gonna kill me. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages. Whoa. I'm gonna call her. You try to call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. I'm gonna text her that I'm okay. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. I'm gonna say, whoa, I think I'm in trouble. That's a lot of texts and missed calls from you-know-who. Maybe Tabby's just worried about you. But, first things first, let's call the police. Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up in the mountain on the Assigna Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl is going to tell Bo. I guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk two officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See, right there, a thing jumps out of the woods, then the shotgun goes off. What in the Sam Hill? What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. No, there was more than one. They chased us through the woods. Whatever they are, they aren't human. And they killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Mitch Richmond. If you don't mind. This is evidence. But I... Oh, okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body for now. But for now, Sheriff Hugby and I. Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Oh, who are you exactly, and what is that single Bud Light I smell on your breath? You shouldn't be drinking in the woods. That's Shonam. She came into town today for the funeral. Alright, I remember now. Puked all over the diner. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it sweats you don't walk on your own. It wasn't just... never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. You are now remembered as the one who puked at the diner. That is my cross to bear, I guess. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist for your own safety. Stella sighs. But hey, you got an achievement. I guess I did. I really did. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. But what about Stella? She hates being in those wheel contraptions. Sure, Earl, you can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. Oh, thanks so much for the hydrate. I still have some. Oh, look at Stella. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hubby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella. A weird look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Oh my poor Stella. Neither one of us much likes these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to confront her. Confound this old man who reeks of coffee for keeping us apart. Did you see the animation for Stella's backstory? I haven't. Hey Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. I'm gonna place a comforting hand on her shoulder. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch but remains focused on the wilderness outside of the window. I'm gonna remain silent. But you need to be good friends with her for it? No, then I didn't, I think. You sit quietly watching the trees pass by in the light of the headlights. Every now and then you think you see a pale, anguished face staring at you before it slips back into the darkness. Then the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way into the uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all started in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. Tronam. Sure. You're in town for the funeral. Good. Don't go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Well, that's a new thing you can try and get this time, I guess. I guess we'll have to be BFFs with Stella. You'll have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretch. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give her any trouble, you know how to get in touch. Bugaboos. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Okay, so I know it's late, but time won't up. I know I, for one, need answers. It's a long shot, but my friend's mom is a weird hippie lady. She knows all about local wildlife and local myths and legends. Maybe she would have some idea about what those things were. Oh, wonderful. She always talks of the finest dog biscuits just for me. I could really use one of those right about now. I say we go over and show her what we have. Are you with me? Oh my god. Where have you been? I've been waiting for her in town forever. Were you that lost? Tabby, Gray, we were just headed over to Sybil's. You should come with us. A lot happened out here tonight. It'll be better to explain it all at once. I'm gonna say Duke saved my life and then he died right in front of me. Wait, you're serious? Someone died? Yeah, the cop drops us off down here. Well, if you already got the cops involved, I don't see why you think Sybil is going to give some weird tea about it. Doesn't sound super helpful to me. It was the circumstances. There were these things out there, Tabby. I can't even describe them, like doughy gnome things. Oh, I see. So she's going to give you the secret gnome knowledge. Turnham, I don't think we need to waste our time with that. I'm tired, and it sounds like you're tired. We're going home. Let me see. Let me try and remember what I did last. I don't think there's an achievement for either. You can always look to an old save and look at the journal. I think last time we went to Sybil. But if I want to get BFFs with Stella, I need to go. I'm gonna say, you don't understand, I need answers. You need to go to bed because I need to go to bed and I'm not leaving without you, and I'm your host and your older cousin, so you have to listen to me. I'll make sure to catch up with you whatever on Sybil says, Tronum. Here's my number. Let me know when to get back so I know you're safe. What's your friends now? You better not make problems for me all week, Stella. Tabitha doesn't wait for Stella to protest before staring back down the road toward her old BMW, towering on you along with her. The night around you is blessed silence save for the comforting songs of crickets and your footsteps on pavement. There are no eerie owl-like calls of pale leering creatures disturbing the night's peaceful ambience. The thing in the woods are nowhere to be found, at least for now. Oh my god, that's Wayne. You went up the step into her car. It feels like a lifetime since you've been in this seat, but the truth is it's been fewer than 12 hours. The smell inside is oddly comforting, like there's some bone-deep recognition that she smells like family. Yep, there it is. Your cousin reaches for the headlights. Tronum. Welcome home. You're finally where you meant to be. The figure steps out of the light, disappearing back into the darkness of the woods. I'm gonna say, is that kind of thing normal around here? No, people are acting up. Just ignore them. You both ride in silence back up to the estate. We talked with Oscar last time in episode 5. Yeah. The stars vaguely illuminate its hulking shape perched on the cliffside. Despite the warm porch light, it feels even more abandoned than it did during the day, its windows dark and lifeless. Well, see you in the morning. Maybe if you really want to keep an eye on me, maybe I can go to work with you tomorrow? What are you trying to angle your way into the family business? The answer is no. I'm drawing a line and you better not cross it. You're pretty dismissive of that Sybil lady. Is there anything I should know about her? She's a hippie, that's all. I wouldn't trust half of what comes out of her mouth. She was probably just going to tell exactly what she wanted to hear, then give you tea about it. Waste of time. I'm gonna say goodnight, Tabitha. Sleep tight. Love you. Okay. Your cousin heads upstairs, giving you a dismissive wave as she makes her way to the bedroom. You follow suit, climbing up the creaky stairs to your own waiting bed with its ancient dusty sheets. As you fall into bed, you hear a familiar voice at the door. By the way, don't think I didn't notice you ate my ice cream after I specifically told you not to. Unbelievable. Uh-oh. And then she's gone. As you start to drift off, you remember that Stella asked you to let her know when you got home safe. Well, call her, yeah. You pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, a warble in her throat. Did you make it back all right? Yeah, how are you? Are you okay? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem something like that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing bad but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry that the things will only get worse. I guess this is the end of episode 1. This is so cool. It's a cool effect. It's so well animated too. Is that Stella crying? Oh, Reese. Uh-oh. Oh my god, Big Betty. Whoa. Oh, the big locks, the big door with the locks. We've seen it last episode. Scarlet Hollow. Yep, this is the end of episode 1, so let's save. And I think that's where we'll stay for today. Already, that was a bit different from what I did the first time, so I can't wait to continue. But yeah, we'll leave it here for today. Let me put the stream ending. Let's see who we're going to raid today, but thank you so much for coming by today. The branch is branching. The branch is going to branch, and it's only going to keep branching. Oh, thanks so much for the hydrate. I have just a sip in my cup. Perfect. Let's see. Thank you for the stream. Take care. No, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see who we're going to raid. When do you think the next stream is? Probably next week. Probably next Tuesday. That's what I'm thinking. At about this time as well. Let me see. Is anyone playing Slay the Princess? Dun, 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 dun. Who are we going to stream? Ooh, Tapioca is playing Silent Hill 2, so let's see if we can handle it. I've never seen too many of the Silent Hill games. Tappy will be right back. Oh shit. Well, I guess we'll go there when they are on a little break, but it's fine. Maybe they won't take too long. In any case, send them much love. Pamby and Tom. Pamby and Tom, thank you so much for the raid again. I really do appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thank you, Zethus and Forlorn, for being here as well, for being in the stream. Again, as for the next stream, I think it'll be next Tuesday, so make sure to keep your eye locked in on Discord when I make the announcement. It should be at the same time as this one, about 9 p.m. But in any case, again, I will guys let you know. I guess I need some rest. Have a good rest of your week. Have a good Friday, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye. Mwah. Thank you, Zethus. I appreciate it. Bye bye.